Hey y'all, oh my god, I'm ready to go down 3 for 3 of bad predictions because once again, I find myself predicting that Hannah Gutierrez will not be convicted. And I say that because I didn't watch the entire trial. I mean, it was hard to watch at times. That female prosecutor just drove me a little bit bananas. But I just don't think that she is guilty. I mean, the things that the whole set did, that the whole production company, I think it rose to the level of negligent. I think a lot of them were ignorant onto and unclear of what their exact responsibilities were. And I think that whole set was a hot mess. But to say that their actions rose to the level of criminality, I'm not seeing that. But again, in this day and age, no matter what you do, it looks like you're going away. It's like you cannot say, well, I didn't know, I didn't understand, I didn't mean it. No such thing as an accident. No such thing as bad judgment. No such thing as mistake. Nothing. You F up, say goodbye to your pets and your possessions and go away. It's wrong. And hi, Bella. And I just don't see where they have proven. I mean, I watched a lot of the trial, and honestly, I can't even tell how this happened. There's so many people passing the buck, and that guy, I don't remember his name, but I want to say Kenny. I mean, I thought PDQ was the poorest excuse for a business operation I've ever seen. And I don't understand how he could even get on the stand and look anyone in the face when his inventory was in such disarray. I mean, I never saw anything like it. No boxes, no marking. I mean, if that were my business, I would have had like cabinets and labels, and I just thought he was a disgrace. I would have loved to see him be held accountable for something. But honestly, not only, I mean, and then, and there's so much about Alec Baldwin, I guarantee you he's going down. And that also, to me, I'll just say right here and right now, is a travesty of justice because, I mean, yeah, he was, a lot of things they said about him, you're like, I do not like this guy. But I could see it now at his trial. Like, everybody is going to want to watch him fry. And I just don't understand it because I've asked y'all before, and I'm going to ask you again, and I would love to see some replies in the comments of you people putting yourselves in the position of this girl's family or Alex's family, or anybody that screws up and just makes a bad decision, or maybe 2 bad decisions in a row or 3. And this was your family member that the angry mob came after, and the prosecution just zealously pursued and tried to get a conviction for. Wouldn't you want the sympathy of the public? Wouldn't you want people to say, oh, she didn't understand, she didn't know, my daughter is a good person, she loves this, or she tries to help that. Can't you just understand that she didn't mean it? Like, where is that compassion? It's absolutely not around. And I just wish that some of the people, like again today when I was watching the closing arguments, but I didn't participate because I just can't stand all the vitriol, but I did want to see where people were leaning. And so I just pulled up the chat in the live to see. And it was crazy. It was like, guilty, go to jail, goodbye. And I'm just like, really? I mean, I don't know what will, if anything, ever change that kind of bloodthirst. It's nuts. But anyway, like I said, this is my prediction for her. I'm hoping and thinking that the prosecution did not prove their case. And this woman, I don't even know her name, but she was so annoying. I mean, with her sing-song voice and her arrogance, she didn't seem to me like she was fighting for justice. To me, it seemed like she was just fighting for the win. And to me, those are two totally separate things. So it's going to be interesting to see if she gets her conviction. And I said this before with Trichonis and with Jennifer Crumley. I mean, I just don't understand where all this is going. It hurts my heart to see so many people want. And you know, in the prosecution's closing, I almost was laughing because she said, "We didn't bring everything. We have watched thousands of hours and taken thousands of pictures and invested thousands of man hours in this prosecution." And I'm thinking, man, New Mexico must not really have a lot of criminals, because if they're sitting there wasting the government's resources on trying so hard to get this conviction, aren't there people in that state that are robbing people and killing people and hurting people? And here you've got some people that just should be subject to a very heavy fine and maybe some kind of community service and certain punishments like that. And also get new legislation where, movie sets are subject to really stringent rules. And, all of that would be great. But trying so hard to get convictions for these people and put them in jail, what the hell? What purpose does that serve? So maybe I'm missing something. And if you want to tell me what it might be in the comments, I'm more than happy to read it and respond. Because from where I sit, this is all just insanity. So what am I not seeing? Please let me know. Okay, thanks, y'all. Bye. Oh my goodness, y'all. They did it again. But first of all, was that the most boring and anticlimactic verdict reading you'd ever heard? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe they found her guilty. When am I ever going to get it through my thick skull that no matter what you do, it's never enough? I mean, like so many times when they'll try to prove culpability, they'll try to say, well, what measures were taken to ensure that this didn't happen? Like in the Crumley case, she did do some things, didn't do enough, that's for sure. But it doesn't matter. No matter what you do, it's just not enough. You can never, ever, once you find yourself in a pickle, it's over. I just can't even believe it. I just can't even believe it. And what really gets me is like, so is the maximum sentence 18 months? That part I couldn't understand. I couldn't believe that the New Mexico court system threw so much resources and all of this just for a maximum verdict of 18 months. That just seems so weird to me. But man, the comments are not letting me down. I mean, listen to some of these. She's a hater. Alec Baldwin is guilty as hell. Lock her up and throw that homegirl's key away. She's garbage. I just can't even. I mean, I can't. It's so sad. I can't. But anyway, look at that. Cuff her. Take her out of here. Lock the F up. Oh my God. When am I ever going to be accustomed to seeing things like that? Because to me, I'm like, these are people, the regular public, I'm like, they're people that I stand next to in the store, I bet. They're people that I work with, although I'm not stupid enough to ask their opinions on cases, because it would crush me to know that people take such a poor view of humanity that they're willing to lynch them for the smallest infraction. I don't understand where this is going. But again, since I just have to deal with it, I guess, because I can't change it, right? I mean, have you ever tried to take up for a non-popular opinion? It is exhausting, and you make no headway because it's like arguing with a wall. I make some really good points, I know that, but the only people that I would ever be able to convince to maybe look at things a different way or in a better light are people that really don't have an opinion. But as far as changing people's opinions today or altering their thought pattern or giving them information that maybe they hadn't considered before and, having them now consider it, oh, it's just hopeless. It's hopeless. I've given up. It's hopeless. Anyway, that's all from me, y'all. Sorry to hear, Hannah. Oh, well. Bye, y'all.